jackass.
This is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Public Service Announcements made by the Director of the Ministry of Public Service Announcements.
In this picture, there are 40 tanks. None of them can be seen. This is a bloody public service announcement on how not to be seen. Here is Stefan Spanner in his Panzer IV. He cannot be seen. Stefan, could you come out, please? Unfortunately, Stefan Spanner has failed to understand the first rule of how not to be seen. This is Natasha Aramov in her T-34. She cannot be seen. Natasha, could you come out, please? Natasha has understood the first rule of how not to be seen. Unfortunately, she has left her headlight on. Here is Nigel Willey in his Cromwell. He cannot be seen. Nigel, could you come out, please? Nigel has understood the first rule of how not to be seen. Unfortunately, he's chosen a fucking obvious piece of cover.
Hans, I got the keys back. Let's go!
Here is Levi Dixon in his Sherman. He has put us in a very difficult situation. As such, we do not know which bush he is in, but soon we will find out. In this case, the right bush was the left. Here is Kuso in his Hargo. He has put us in a difficult situation. He can be anywhere. In a bush, behind that wall, or in any number of houses. But unfortunately for Kuso, we know exactly where he is because of our reconnaissance plane. When we went to find Francis and Mary Renault in their R39s, we found they used a cunning strategy on how not to be seen. They had left their house, gone on holiday retreat for 2 weeks, and did not tell anyone where they're going. Unfortunately, their neighbours told us where they were. And here is the neighbour. Oh. This little thing reminds me of Postman Pat. Hold on. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as blitzkrieg's dawning, he picks off all the Germans in his van. Who parks a mail truck in the road, lads?
Is that good?
Look, lads, a bar.
G'day, mate.
Oh dear. Hello? Hello?
I think they're dead, sir. Stone dead.
This concludes the public service announcement by the Ministry of Public Service Announcements made by the Director of the Ministry of Public Service Announcements.
Coming up in part 2 is the regular schedule program for the guide on how to use smoke shells and grenades in War Thunder, so stay tuned for that, as that will be coming out, well, soon, if I ever get around to doing it, that is. But that's a topic for another day. I'd like to thank all the people in this video who have helped me create, well, I wouldn't really call it a masterpiece, but an interesting fusion of different concepts that I just had rattling around in my brain. As this video on its own has taken far longer than any other typical video that I publish, let me know what you thought of it down below, because I may end up by doing more of them. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Patreon supporters who have been immensely helpful when coming to produce content. So thank you to all of you. Anyway, my name's Ash, and I'll catch you in the next one.